I will know what the world is building in the next 3 to 5 years before anybody else. I did my master's at IIM Bangalore. It's of no relevance today. Don't focus on trends. Trends are just for a few months.
But there is one challenge still I see. How do you validate that AI has written that code? Person is really genuine who has submitted that project.
So if you want to hire someone from this era, you should accept the fact 70 to 80% of their code will be written by AI. There's no separating. Then find somebody who can write it better and faster. By 2030, 70 to 80% hiring would be done through.
Hi everyone, welcome to 5th episode of Startup Manthan, and today we have someone who is called as Hackathon Man. So he has executed the 75 hackathons across India. He is the founder of 0x and Zeroth Protocol. So let's welcome him. Welcome Sharon. So let's more understand from him what is Zeroth Protocol and 0x.
Absolutely. First of all, thanks for having me here, Rakhi. Okay, the name the Hackathon Man, because personally I have executed 75 plus hackathons in the last 2 years, and also I've interacted with 15,000 builders and mentored over 3,000 projects. Probably that tag has come to me.
Okay, great. So who is Sharon before starting this?
I was a very good student. I got placed at a very big software company. Then I went to IIM Bangalore for my master's. That is where I said I should not work for a company, probably do my own startup. And I started a food tech business, expanded globally. And then by 2021, I took an exit. Then I came back to India. I started working on Web3 and blockchain projects, slowly started investing. And then with AI, I found my calling. And as a result, I was called to a lot of hackathons as judges and mentors. And that is how my career started.
Okay. So what gap you saw in the market that you decided that I want to start this?
That's a very interesting story. I was invited to a hackathon in Kerala. I don't name the college.
Okay.
I saw the organizers running with papers and around everywhere, calling out the teams. There was no time, there was no schedule. Then I realized, okay, if hackathons are a mess, let's build a product, a platform for hackathons to be executed simultaneously. It has to be, very seamless in execution, and whatever people are posting on it, it has to be, there should be checkpoints, and also there should be an app, there should be a scoring system that, nobody opposes you. Like in hackathons, there is always one team better than you. A lot of students complain that I was a better team, but why not the scoring? So we solved that problem.
Okay, got it. So what is like 0x, why 0x and what is Zeroth Protocol?
Right. 0x is, as you know, you're in tech, 0x is the hexadecimal in C++. But 0x is also the digits that start with the Web3 wallets. Usually, the wallet address is followed by 16 digits. It starts with 0x. So, to showcase it as a Web3 and a deep tech company, we thought 0x will be an app name. So that's the namesake of this.
Okay. And Zeroth Protocol?
Okay. 0x.Day deals with all the pre and hackathon activities, whereas Zeroth Protocol has taken it to the next level, where all the post hackathon problems, the builder continuity, the sponsor signals, and the ecosystem value are given through the Zeroth Protocol. This is a platform where, let's call it as an infrastructure, where it gives the builders credibility and on-chain reputation. We are calling it as proof of build.
Okay.
So the credibility of the builder will remain on-chain forever.
Okay. And how does it work? Let's say if I'm a student and if I'm enrolling myself on the 0x, so how it will be for me? Like what?
Right. Let's say you are a third year student. You are getting into our ecosystem, and you're dealing with 5 to 10 hackathons in our ecosystem. Probably you might have 10 to 20 builds, reputation builds in let's say in a year. Your proof of build will grow over time. All your GitHub commits and repositories will be thoroughly checked, and there will be a progress, and all this will be put on the blockchain. What will happen is, in the future, if you're going for a job, this proof of build will act as a recognition for you. Also, if you are a builder and you want to start your own startup, this will give the proper credibility to the investors that you are a proper builder who has done this for ages. So that's the reason behind Zeroth Protocol.
Okay. And for the schools that are conducting these hackathons, so for them, how it is different than what people are doing?
Okay. In India, there are about 5,800 engineering colleges which are AICTE approved. and each college has to do 2 hackathons annually.
They has to do.
They have to do 2 hackathons annually, minimum of 2 hackathons annually. That brings us about 12,000 to 15,000 hackathons in the world. Let's say about 100 people are participating in each hackathon. That is close to 1.5 million builders, developers who are participating. How do you track? Who built what? Anybody can claim that this startup, this idea was mine, but how do you track? So we have built a platform for people to come and publish their projects, create startup out of that. These projects will be time stamped on the blockchain and it will give the credibility for the builder.
Okay.
It can be tracked anytime, anywhere by anybody.
Okay. And how does it work? Like, how do you validate the projects and what is the tech behind it? Like, how do you do the validation part?
Right. So we use 70% AI and 30% blockchain.
Okay.
So what AI does is, we'll go and check your GitHub commits. We'll go and check your team history, your builds in the last 12 months. Also, it'll check for market validation and it'll give you a score. All the scores are attested on something called as EAS, Ethereum Attestation System.
Okay.
And each builder will have a soul-bound token. So that he can claim his identity and it will be transferred to his wallet.
Okay, so there is no manual part involved right now. It's end-to-end automated.
Initially, it was, I'd say 100% automated, but we felt the need for a human validation in between. So we have added a human validation layer to that, so that any human, any expert can come and validate that project.
Okay. And from this only, the winner is also selected based on this automated scoring system.
So the automated system will act as a guide for the judges and the mentors. So the first round of scoring, let's say it takes 2 hours for the judges and mentors to come to a conclusion to add up the scores. Our system will cut down that to 30 seconds. As soon as you publish the project, your score will be displayed.
Okay.
But that is not the entire criteria for selecting the project.
Okay.
Now, the top 10, 15 teams will be filtered and given to the judges and mentors so that they can have their say.
Yeah.
When both these are compared and if it matches, then the winner is probably selected.
How long this hackathons are? Can you give any example of interesting hackathon that you have conducted so far?
Right. Last year, December, we conducted our Hack Day.
Okay.
It was in Pondicherry. So this was one of South India's biggest hackathons, where we had about close to 5,000 applications and about 600 builders turned in person. So this was like a lifetime project for us. We were featured in 17 channels, 10 newspapers, and it gave a lot of insights and privilege.
Okay, great. So is it like internal college or the college versus college also? You have tried.
The interesting thing about our platform is we don't take college names or company names in that. All the builder IDs, so that there is fair, there is no partiality in scoring.
Okay.
That is one thing great about we deal with the IDs rather than the colleges or the tags.
Okay. So the hackathons you have done so far, what is that from the data analysis? What you understood that what you know, what others don't know?
Okay. This might sound controversial, but I could probably say that I know what the young Bangalore is building. Okay. Probably I kind of know what the young India is building. And I also will know what the world is building in the next 3 to 5 years before anybody else. That is the power of hackathons.
Got it. So what are your other competitors in this field and how you differentiate from them?
Right. So there are 3 aspects to a hackathon. One is, let's say, if the hackathon listing, then the hackathon execution, then the hackathon post-hackathon problem solving. So there are companies like DevFolio, DevPost, MLH, even Luma for that example. They do the listing of events in the hackathon. People come, register, and their work is done and sorted. As soon as people come to the spot of the hackathon, the builders, they get into our platform to prove what they have built. So that is what 0x.Day has built so far. And once that hackathon is finished, see, most of the time, 93 to 95% of the hackathon projects disappear after the event. I've seen some incredible builders, but when I meet them for the next time, they have moved on to a different project. Because nobody else is solving the post-hackathon problem, which means the proof of continuity for each builder, what they are building. the capital inflow. As you know, most of the hackathon projects in India, the prize money is not even $1,000. But to ship an MVP out of India, let's say to ship team of 4 building an MVP out of India, you need a capital of 100 to 250K USD. But the hackathon doesn't provide that capital.
Okay. So what are the opportunities? Let's say I am enrolled, I am a builder in that, and if I build any project, I build a good credibility over your platform. So do you also give me the opportunity to VCs, or after that, post hackathon?
Right.
Does it happen?
So we have this thing called as the investor dashboard. As I told you, one of the technologies that we use is hypergraph intelligence matching. Now, let's say it's more like if you see the Milky Way or the solar system, the galaxy, there'll be some stars shining and some stars that will be dull. So in our system, in our ecosystem, any project that scores over 60 will be the stars that are shining, and this will have direct access to the investors. So there is an intro platform as well, where the VCs can request an intro to the teams, or the teams, if they are qualified, they can reach out to their domain specified VCs.
Okay, interesting.
It could be angels as well. It could be mentors as well.
So do you onboard VCs? Is there any
Yes.
criteria for
That is in phase 2. Right now we are onboarding builders. We'll be soon, in a couple of months, we'll be onboarding investors as well.
Okay. Is there any criteria you have fixed for that?
We have differentiated that into angel investors, pre-seed, seed, and institutional investors.
Okay. So they will get to see the whole data and what builders are building.
Probably they can choose their domain. Somebody who's into sustainability can look at that. Somebody who's into AI ML can look at that data. Or if you want to have an overall dashboard also, that is possible.
Okay. So what is the revenue model for this?
The main problem that we want to solve for builders is, let's say, hackathons are weekend projects, but the builder has to earn and survive somehow. All they do is, they trade time for money. We want them to, build their credibility, build projects, and they should be able to monetize those projects. Let's say what I am building is, I'm building the Canva for developers, where you can let out your template, you build whatever you have built as a template. Even the startup projects, the hackathon projects can be converted into startups by somebody else. You can sell that and monetize it.
Okay. So in short, you are giving the platform for them to monetize it as well.
Exactly.
Okay. But it is not visible to everyone, or is it visible to everyone?
No, it's not visible
It's
to
not
anyone.
visible to everyone. Okay. So there has to be either VC or a part of your network.
Yeah. They have to be the VC to get funded, or if they are approaching if they want to monetize, they can put out their projects. We have some technology called as the ZK snark, which means the code won't be seen. Probably you can have the template, and if any interested buyer of the kind wants to talk to the builder, they can interact among themselves.
Okay, got it. So how many colleges you are associated right now?
I think close to 35 universities in and around India.
Okay.
We are in talks with Indonesia and Vietnam,
Okay.
soon to be global.
Okay.
We are looking at Dubai as well for the growth.
Okay.
We have partnered with a lot of IITs and NITs.
Okay. So what are the key highlights of Hackathon? Which part of India you try to cover?
I would proudly say we are the number one in Bangalore.
Okay.
We have done hackathons in Chennai, Pondicherry, Hyderabad, lots in Kolkata, few in Delhi, lots in Mumbai. We also want to expand to Mumbai. We did 2-3 hackathons in Rajasthan as well. We are exploring the other parts, the northeast as well.
Okay. So what is your dream hackathon looks like?
So there was a controversy a couple of months in Bangalore about the pothole issue. That time I was discussing with one of the a media person and one investor that we should do a hackathon where we take 2 buses, put the top builders in Bangalore, ask them to travel through Bangalore, through the potholes, ask them to solve for that particular problem, the traffic. The one problem could be the traffic, the other could be the accidents, the third could be the pothole issue, and the fourth could be the infrastructure issue. By the end of that 24 to 48 hours, probably we should show to the government that these are the possible steps that you can take to solve all these issues. I hope that happens in a couple of months.
Okay. So you are trying your best
Yeah.
conduct that. Okay. Any other interesting experiences you got like while conducting these hackathons? Any insights you got from the student, what they're looking for and what you're building? Is there any gap or what, like when you're interacting with the students while doing the hackathons? What insights, any realizations in short?
Right. A few years back, the builders were using AI to build 30 to 40%. No, they were using the code editors to build 30 to 40%. But right now, I see most of the hackathons, everybody uses AI to build 90%. The the main problem I had was how do you differentiate the good builder from the average one? So I was at a conference with a GitHub COO. I asked him the right question, and he told me that if you can solve for that problem, that's $1 billion opportunity. So we kind of have started integrating code scanners and plagiarism detectors, but still AI code we also build with AI. So there's no way to solve that problem.
So Sharon, you mentioned about the 0x that it will have the builder's profile. They will have their credibility built on that. They will have the visibility to a lot of people. But the same thing is also happening in lead code and the GitHub, right? So how it is different from that?
Right. Most of the platforms out there, all they do is, they have a set of questions. Let's say, for example, lead code or hack to skill, they have a platform where they have the multiple assessment questions where you go and do the scoring, get that scoring. Mostly it will be used for hiring rather than proving your builder reputation as your builder. Uh, let's say you have 5 hackathon wins. How do you prove it, and where is the social proof, and what is the blockchain reputation that you have? If you want to boast it to your employer or even to your girlfriend for that matter, I have won 5 hackathons. How are you going to show that? In our platform, that is what we do. We give blockchain based credits as well as blockchain based certifications. Even for winners, they can download the soul bond tokens to improve their builder reputation.
Okay, got it. And also you mentioned that they get the visibility to investors. So maybe that point.
Yeah. If the project is good and if they pass a certain score in our platform, the Zeroth Protocol, then there's a lot of chance that some angel investor or some VC in our platform can have a look at your project, talk to you. But it depends on if you still continue the project or not, because we have some score called as proof of continuity, POC. That you have to keep updating the GitHub repo, and the algorithm every week will keep tracking your GitHub repos.
Okay, okay. So what is the format of hackathon right now? Like it is announced on the platform or it is accessible only to college people or any person who is watching this podcast, he's a freelancer, can enroll for this hackathons that are happening?
We do 2 types of hackathons. One we partner with universities. For that, it's a strict regulation that all the other universities can participate only if you are a student. Whereas we also partner up with a lot of communities, let's say AI communities, blockchain communities. You don't have to be a student. You could be a developer with a 5-year experience. It's going to be remote or in person. You can just apply for that set of hackathon rather than university hackathons.
Okay, got it. Interesting. So anyone who is watching can apply for that. And what is the frequency of the hackathons that are happening?
We restrict ourselves to do about 6 to 8 hackathons per month, so that we do a lot of quality hackathons rather than accepting everything else. So 5 hackathons with university partnerships, and maybe 2 to 3 hackathons online.
So what is the format of hackathons that are you're conducting right now?
Okay, the one we partner with universities, we do in IRL, in real life. The other is remote. Certain companies that are based out of the US or global companies, we do it as remote. And certain things we do it with communities. We also have done a couple of hackathons with Intel and Microsoft.
So how do you define the quality projects? You mentioned that we only do the quality projects. So how it is defined and what are the real world, like do you have the real world examples, problem statements over there, or how it is? You can maybe elaborate with the example.
Right. When we start taking applications, we ask them to submit the project. So their project goes through, if it's relevant to the problem statement, they go through the pre-screening. And we define a score for that. Let's say we get about 500 applications. We are going to shortlist only 100 applications. We basically focus more on quality rather than the quantity for this hackathon.
Okay. So you announce the hackathon, people apply, and then you choose out of the.
Yes. There'll be a pre-screening round
pre-screen, what will happen exactly?
So we'll focus on the team. Who are the builders? What is their reputation on GitHub? How many commits they have done?
Okay.
The second is the quality of the project that they have submitted. Is it relevant to the problem statement? Is it copied from anywhere else? Have they written their own code? All this we check, and then we invite them to the hackathon.
Okay. And then there will be the another like main step 1 and step 2.
Then the for 24 to 48 hours hackathon will start.
So it will be.
So this is the pre-screening.
Okay.
That is where the real hackathon happens.
Okay. And what is the winner price looks like?
In India, it's typically $500 to $1,000 for university-based hackathons.
Okay.
It might go up to $2,000 to $3,000 community-based hackathons.
Okay.
And if it's a grant program, probably up to 5 to 10 lakh Indian rupees. That's the price.
Okay, that's a great amount, I think.
Yeah.
If someone is keen into that. So, what are the challenges you faced while building this, and what is your experience so far in the hackathon domain?
Right. One challenge is to find the right team. Do they have the ability to build this? Because I don't code, I don't build. I want the right team to build for me. Are they aligning with my vision? That is the most important thing. Also, we make sure that we hire only through hackathon. Probably to work with us, the Zeroth Protocol, we might need someone to have won at least 3 to 5 hackathons, national level hackathon. And probably we look at their GitHub in the last 2 years or even 12 months for that matter. So what is their commit history like? These are the criteria for us to have a winning team.
Okay.
So our team is multidimensional. The builders will focus on just building, whereas I'll do I'm here for the distribution, and certain other teams will look at the social media and also the marketing activities and stuff.
Okay. So let me talk to you as a founder. So do you have any co-founder right now, or in previously you had?
Yeah, there was one co-founder, but he has to move out.
Okay. Any challenges when you select your co-founder? Particularly you saw?
The most important thing is, are they qualified is one thing. Can they build it with us, or your ethos matching? Do you work at the same time? And the very most important thing that I couldn't do is the founder agreement. There's something called as a founder agreement. You have to get the legal agreement done.
What is mentioned in that agreement?
Which says that I am responsible for this work. I am responsible for this work.
Okay.
If you don't perform your duties, what are the repercussions? If I don't do my duties, what are the repercussions? If we have a conflict, how to deal with it, and how can one exit? These are the things that has to be mentioned in the founders agreement. Basically, it's called as the founding team agreement. Could be the co-founders agreement. This could be the first start.
Any experiences you would like to share?
Any youngsters who are starting building, most of them claim that they own 70-80% of the company. If it's a team of 4. Whereas the other 3 only gets 20 to 30%. How is it relevant? What are your roles? Why do you deserve that kind of equity? All this has to be. I've mentored a lot of startups who come up with this issue. So we always tell them, go back to the drawing board, find each of your responsibilities, draft it down, tell us who deserves, whose idea was it. So as I told you, the agreement is more important.
More important. What difference you see the traditional hiring and the hiring that will go right now? So what youngsters should think like right now? What traditional mindset shifting that they need?
Right. A few years back, let's go to my resume. So all my class of 40 had one resume. We just had to edit the names. Also in our resume, we had blood group, height and weight. I don't know how that's relevant nowadays. But right now, let's say after 2015, people have started adding skills, hackathon wins, all this. But let's say in 2025, the hiring is moving towards hackathon model, where anybody, let's say for a startup, if you want to hire somebody, we put the relevant problem statement from that company, and anybody who's able to solve very close to that would be hired. That is the model that we are gravitating towards. Probably by 2030, I would say 70 to 80% of the hiring would be done through hackathons.
But there is one challenge still I see, that how do you validate that who AI has written that code? How you validate that person is really genuine to make that who has submitted that project? How do you see that in the future going forward?
This young generation of developers, they have grown up with ChatGPT and Cloud Code. There's no way that you cannot separate both. So if you want to hire someone from this era, you should accept the fact that the 70 to 80% of their code will be written by AI. There's no separating. Once you have accepted the fact, then find somebody who can write it better and faster, who can ship fast.
So what's your vision going forward for next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years?
Right. The builders should be able to monetize their credibility and reputation. Let's say I have built 10 hackathon projects. There's nothing in it for me. All it's going to stay in my GitHub. But if somebody wants to build a startup out of that particular project, or even we have done a lot of hackathons for government, AI based traffic violation, this, that. If somebody wants to take that as a service, you can sell that service. The ability of the builder to monetize his work, that's where the future is moving towards. So I see that we are in the category defining segment. Probably we are the first where the builders can monetize their build.
Got it. Have you raised any funds so far?
Not yet. We are bootstrapped till now, but we are on the lookout for funds. We'll be raising our first round very soon.
Okay. So how much, if some VCs looking at this podcast right now, how much is your ask?
We are targeting 3 million USD right now, but the first rounds we want to close at 500K.
500K. Okay. If some VC or HNIs is watching this podcast, so how your platform can benefit them?
Right. Probably we have the first-hand information of what the early young developers are building. If they want to partner with us or be a client, the dashboard will be exposed to them. The builders will be made relevant to them. They can choose their domain and nitpick the projects that are building around their domain before anybody else get the signal.
Okay. And why they should invest in you, not in your competitors?
Right. With Zeroth Protocol, we rely more on the proof of evidence rather than, let's say, for example, LinkedIn, all you do is claim your reputation. GitHub, all you do is go and commit the build. But is there a middle layer? We are not a competitor to this platform, but we want to act as the middle layer where we verify the reputation of the builder anytime across any zone for years to come.
What is there for them, even if they don't have the degree today? What are the opportunities for them? What kind of startups they can start building from right now?
As a builder, you can always look at freelancing projects. Once you have your proper reputation built, reputation compounds over in years. Once you have built that, you don't have to need a degree to have a great reputation or monetize it.
Correct.
If you are looking at startups, you can do freelancing for them. Or if you want to do your own startup, you can probably raise funds through that and build it through your reputation.
Do you see the going forward? Degree, how much is it important?
I did my master's at IIM Bangalore. It's of no relevance today. Even the degree that we did, the engineering that we did, I wouldn't say it doesn't have relevance as of today. So instead of focusing on degrees, I would rather say focus on skills. Skills will compound over time. Don't focus on trends. Trends are just for a period of few months, but focus on skills that will take you that far for the next 5 years, 8 years. And then for every early builder, build publicly, document what you are building, and this will compound over a period of time.
We see that there is a lot of talent in India, but why do you think that it's not going on a global level, or why there are no products which are starting or no platforms that are starting from India?
In 2025, India produced almost 20 to 25% of global developers. That's the scale that we produce developers in. But let's say from 2000 to 2015, India optimized only for services and execution for foreign clients. So we have got the tag that we are a services oriented nation rather than the products that we build on. But after 2015, you can see a growth in the startup. It is the developers are gravitating towards the startup, the mode, the startup mantra kind of thing. But yeah, by 2030, I would say that there'll be a lot of Indian products that are used. For that, we have to focus on the hardware, the infrastructure, and the capital. So once this is sorted for early builders, probably the access would be more, and we'll be building from India for the world.
I totally agree to that. So next is the rapid fire round. So I'll expect the one word answer. and or one line. So jobs or startups,
Work for startups.
open source or closed products,
Initially open source.
hackathons or accelerators,
Hackathons always.
India or global first,
Build in India for the globe.
build fast or build right.
Build fast and fail.
Okay. One book every builder must read.
0 to 1 by Peter Thiel.
Okay. Any your favorite lines from that or any key sharing you want to share?
So there are 7 questions that you should ask as a founder.
One mistake you would want builders to avoid.
Don't overbuild.
And one key message you want to give it to the students who is watching you right now.
Okay. Build publicly. Document whatever you build. Reputation compounds over time. Value will get you income.
Thank you, Sharan. It was very nice talking to you and knowing all these insights. Great to know that what builders are doing, what is going on with the students, how their mindset is shifting. So going forward, all the best to you for your
Right.
rounds for the 0x.
Thank you. That was a pleasure.